Hey, you guys, I'm just gonna use my selfie stick today because I'm bored. Wait, hold on. I know I should be a little more professional, but I'm not, so deal with it.
In today's episode of The Free Skate, brought to you by Spaghetti Squash. Okay, so welcome to our episode of The Free Skate. We are recapping the Cup of China today.
I love when you act like it's all this, like, mystery.
Huh?
Sorry. You guys,
Anyway.
I have a lot of notes in here. I got nothing, just saying.
He literally has nothing. Because he actually didn't watch much of the event, so I have just the scores. And, okay, so
Well, I
honestly,
watched the real.
this event was like kind of subpar.
It was.
Like,
the
don't
men's
you
field.
guys kind of agree? Like, it wasn't like a stacked field. Like in the men, I mean, well, they had Boying Jin and Fernandez, and well,
Wow.
we all know where they finished.
What?
That's-
Okay, they all were terrible. In the aspect of if you want to finish. Well, no. For them, that was terrible numbers. That's just the truth. What did they get? Like, the highest was what?
well,
264?
Koliata got 279.
Which is, I'm sorry, that free skate is not as high as they gave him marks for. Absolutely not. He, like, popped 2 jumps. He was still getting, like,
I don't understand.
his presentation is not 87, I believe he got. Like, what?
I don't. Yeah.
His presentation is not good enough. First of all, he's in like a very happy song. It's always about smiling. It's about showing you're having a good time, and this is him skating.
He reminds me
Like,
of like a young.
smile.
This is so weird. He reminds me of like a young Russian politician that's told to show no emotion but go perform. Like, does that make sense? Like, he's like very like. He
Like he's
smiled when he found out he
Yeah.
his score at the end. I was like, oh my god, he smiled.
Finally, he did smile. He was happy with that. I mean, he shows a couple of times. I've seen the
There was a
performance.
few, but no.
I've seen his I seen him do it prior to this event as well, and it's kind of the same thing. But I don't know. I don't agree with his scores. I don't agree with his presentation at 87. I think he needs to do a lot more. I don't think his difficulty is anywhere near the tops in the performance aspect and the skating and all that. But
Yeah, and to only be a handful of points from the PCS scores from like Hanyu is like, I find that mind-boggling. To be
Yeah,
honest, with
I
you.
really
think it
do.
should be a lot lower than that, but whatever. So Koliata won.
and congrats to him. Good for him winning. Is that
It's
not
that's huge for him. That's very important for the Grand Prix final.
especially for the
getting those
Russians
points.
because they don't have a lot
No.
of top guys. So good for him. Even though we're ragging on the points a little, that's nothing to do with him. That's not his fault. That's judging blah blah. So that's the judges, not Koliata.
Yeah.
Not his fault.
Can I also say his quad lutz is massive?
Yeah, actually, we have to say some good things to him. And his jumps are like it's like he's on a
When he
springboard,
does
and it's
them,
like
anyways.
yeah, I know. But he,
Executes them good.
and he pops so many. I just can't believe how high his technical was. I was
Yeah.
like, huh? Okay, somebody is like bang off the people.
My picks for the men to go 1-2 were Fernandez and Jin, which I think probably
I did too.
Like, most of you probably had that. I don't think you would have ever had Koliata, Jin, and Max Aaron in those order.
That's so crazy.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
good for Max.
And-
This hockey player. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true. But good for Max in 2 respects. He finally laid a program. It was not perfect. He's got to work on some of his PCS, and he's got to work on his overall speed. He looked a little he looked done. He looked tired. But he executed his program. That was the best I've seen him skate in a
Very long
long
time.
time. And guys, he won the free skate. Max Aaron won the free skate.
Huh?
That's crazy.
He won the free
He
skate?
won the free skate.
Why? What did he get?
Well, his overall was 259, but he was 5th in the short and 1st in the long.
I
Finished
didn't
third.
know that.
So,
Well, good for him.
I mean, and he beat out a lot of really good guys. Now,
But let's be honest, that's probably not going to happen too many times just
Well,
because. Well, okay, here's the thing with Javier. Now we can go to Javier here, and he loves Javier. I like him. I think he's a very talented skater and everything, but I find his inconsistency with his jumping. That's always been his downfall, actually, ever since he started. The year he won the Worlds, 2 years
keep
ago,
on talking when it shuts.
that's when he really did good. Like, that's when he had a consistent year. He was landing everything. He did pretty good last year too, but he's back to being inconsistent. He started off very slow again this year, coming into the Grand Prix and coming into, even the tournament before the Grand Prix. So he'll need to work on that because I think the pressure is definitely up this year with all the people doing all the quads just like he can. So it's kind of like who's going to fall first now. That's how these quads are going to be. And we've seen today, or, this past weekend, what can happen when everyone's doing all these quads. Now, jumping to Boyan Jing, he wasn't landing anything either. He wasn't doing great. He's got a great jump and everything, but again, consistency. And his program has got to be better. He'll need to work on that skating if he wants to be in the top 3 in the world. I remember I said that that was my dark horse to win. I'm scared, but I still believe in it because I know he can jump and do really well. But Boyan Jing will need to work on his presentation. Otherwise, he's not even going to be in the top 3.
Absolutely.
At the Olympics.
And you know what? That's also he needs to really work on that too. And so do some of the other skaters that are just like all jumps, and especially the ones coming up that are all jumps. They're going to probably put in the rule change in the ICU is going to say they're going to change the format of their scoring with their PCS versus the technical scores.
Why? What are they going to do?
Well, they want to lower the base value of certain quad jumps and stuff like that, so it brings the PCS more competitive. So it balances out, so the ones that can skate and
I agree
the
with that.
performance get they're closer than the ones that are just all quad.
Yeah, instead of it being such a big gap, eh?
Right.
No, I can agree with that, and I'm fine with that. But I don't like the idea of I see people on the internet writing about for say Patrick Chan, about the whole issue with, it's his skating and he's not doing all the quads and it sucks because he doesn't have the quads and blah blah. No, quads still matter. You got to change with the times still. So it doesn't matter. I'm fine with them lowering the quad points wise. That's all fine and dandy. But don't go and say quads are jumping basically, and quads is not part of figure skating. It absolutely is now. And just because people are doing 4 to 5 quads
well, they're
now,
not saying that. They're
but that's what they're saying. I've read on the internet all over, and I'm just like, really? You guys, that's being biased, and that's not being truthful to the people that. How about the people that can do quads and can skate at the same time?
Right,
yeah,
for sure.
There's not a bunch of them, but there is enough of them to
They're
be
trying to
competitive.
prevent another, no offense to Boyan Jin or anything.
Yeah,
but
I'm
when
fine
he
with
won
that.
his world medal, he won because of his
Yeah,
jumps.
and
his
I
skating
agree.
was absolutely horrible. There's no way that he had business, in my opinion, winning a world medal when all.
And everyone
was
agrees
is
with you on that.
jump.
I've seen so many people comment about that, and that's totally fine. But I don't like the notion of when everyone's giving Chan this layoff of because he's not doing good because he has to do quads, or everyone else is doing so many quads. Well, you know what? That's still part of the sport, whether you like it or not. Now, he gets marks in his PCs that others do not, and they get marks in their jumps where they don't get his PCs. That's the way it is. Now, who's the most consistent on both sides? You might not be great at one, but you got to be good at the other. So you could be great at one, jumping or PC, or vice versa. But you got to be good in one of those and great in the other. That's how you're getting in the top 3.
Sure.
You can't be great and then shitty at the other.
Definitely.
Pardon my language, but
Definitely, no, I agree. So those standings in the men were Koliada 1, 279.38, Boyan Jin 264.48, and Max Aaron 259.69, Poor Fernandez 253.06. All of these scores for all of these men are
way under.
astronomically low.
Oh, I got a text. Oh, missed it. It's from my friend.
Twitter, I think, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
It looked like it was a Twitter.
No,
Anyways.
So we're all arguing.
Squirrel. So let's go to the women. The women had the best division, I think.
And I'm so happy for my Russian lady.
So I predicted that Zagitova would win. After the short program, I wasn't too sure because she was 4th after the short, but she ended up winning. That doesn't surprise me.
Okay, about her marks, do you think her presentation is as high as they're getting her, though? I'm sorry, she's not close to Caitlin. She's not close to Medvedeva. She's not close to Gabby. In the speed, in the presentation-wise, I don't see it.
She is a good skater, and she fills in what she needs to to keep you in the program because you know what if you notice her.
Like,
her,
I could be wrong. I'm
her
just
free
saying that's what I
skate,
think.
and you guys watch this back if you didn't realize this, but I'm sure you did. She doesn't jump until
Yeah.
like what 2.5 minutes in. All of her jumps are
I think it's-
backloaded.
yeah, I think it's
she
2.5.
does like 7 jumps in like
But
a
okay.
minute and a half. Like that's insane.
Okay, that's
and
fine.
She lays them out, which is fine. But I don't really like that because you're like sitting there waiting for the whole program.
Right, because the program
for a
sucks
jump.
in the beginning.
Like, she's like.
It's so boring. That's
I
true.
agree. She's a good skater, so it makes it bearable to watch. But
Right.
I don't like the way that she backloads the program to get those extra points.
Or I don't like the fact how their choreography is, and you're not making her do too much during that part.
Like,
now,
I get-
I'm fine with that because it's showing how endurance she has, how much stamina she
sure.
works, all her cardio effort, and that's great. That's hey, no diss to that, 100%. Give it to her, blah blah. But I think choreography then it's got to be more loaded in the front because I don't see much happening in the first 2.5 minutes.
Loaded in the front.
Her presentation. It's very dull in the beginning, in the first 2 minutes of her program.
That's because she doesn't have any jumps.
And that's what I'm saying. It's
All she
so
does is
bloodied up.
spin and
So how do you
skate.
give huge marks up? That's where I'm kind of like, how do you be a judge there? What do you do? To me, I would say, well, okay, if that's fine. You want to load all your stuff in the back, but I'm going to judge you in your first 2 minutes of your program. If it's not very good, how can I give presentation marks huge for the first 2 minutes?
To me, it takes away from the program you not having a single jump in till like 2.5, 3, like 3 minutes in.
It does. It absolutely.
And then it also takes away when you are jumping because you're doing no choreography.
At least
and
do
you're
2
going
jumps.
Jump.
At least do 2 jumps. Yeah, I agree. Exactly. That's another thing. Then you have 7 jumps in like 3 minutes. You know, like that's a lot. Not even 3 minutes.
That's like a minute and a half.
Yeah, no kidding. Like that, it's just, that's crazy. It ends up being
And see,
like all
I-
jumps and then.
I
a
get
little
it. They're
bit-
trying to maximize her scores for the bonus.
And I think that's her best. But
But
I think that's going to change,
but, I
Ryan.
mean-
I think it's going to change.
I like.
I don't think she's going to get the marks later on. I don't, because I think when they see her go up against the best, they're going to go, okay, but that doesn't
Listen,
match up
she's
to this.
so young, you guys. She's so young.
Oh, she's going to be
She's-
amazing.
Like, for her to get those scores at her age right now,
15.
and like, I mean, the girl's gonna probably win a world title.
Those
That's
Russian
all.
ladies,
it's-
like, are you guys, like, what are you guys made of over there? You're amazing. Gosh, they can have their own worlds in Olympics because there's so many good
I actually
ones.
really love watching Russian nationals because it's like
I know, it's like so entertaining.
for the
because they're so
judges
good.
table last year. The judges table asked me to judge the Russian nationals, and I watched every single skater of the women, including the bottom ones, because you know what, they're like their top 10 Russian ladies could make a case for.
Could you imagine me as a
world.
judge, though? I'd be a hard-ass judge, eh? Oh, you guys
I wouldn't
would
want
hate
you to
me.
judge me.
You guys would hate me out there because I am a hard ass. I'm not about the like, oh, everything's great and oh, I'll give you that. No, I'm like, listen, we're in a competition here and I want to see the best versus the best and I want to market versus each other the proper way. But there's too many judges too. Like, I don't like the judging. The whole judging thing hurts me because I just feel like there's like favoritism and then there's like people paying off.
Any
Oh,
sport that has
Over.
judges, you're gonna have
I know.
some sort of something.
But anyways, that's way off topic. Anyways, sorry.
That's another show.
Oh, yeah, okay, I get all
Maybe
crazy.
after the Olympics, we know our history of Olympic judging scandals. Maybe we'll have a post recap judging. show.
So, who is second?
So Zagatova won with 213.88. That's still a really good score.
What was it?
213 point.
That's really good, but not near my Medvedeva.
No,
Not even close.
And Osmond is slightly higher than that
Yeah.
as well.
Not in Skate Canada. She only had 212, so she actually.
Oh, I know,
yeah.
but she bombed her.
But yeah, Caitlin, we know, has put up bigger marks than that.
Second place was Higuchi. Oh, my numbers are all messed up. Higuchi was second with 212.52, so she was very, very close.
My Radiolanov didn't get third.
Yeah,
Yes,
she
she did. Okay, that's what I
Radionova
thought.
got third. So Radionova kept her streak on the podium for her Grand Prix events. She's won a medal in every Grand Prix event that she's been in.
No, she hasn't. Not last year.
Yeah,
No.
every Grand Prix assignment.
She didn't do good last year, unfortunately.
Check.
Okay, wow, you guys, I know more than Ryan for once. Don't worry, I'll be right because I already know this. It was so good to see her finally back on the podium because She took a big misfall last year, as we all know, because all the Russian girls came up and they were like knocking her off. She didn't even make the freaking Russian girls squad. Never mind it. She wasn't in the Grand Prix last year, and I was like, oh. But you know what? I really appreciated Pogaraya last year, and I appreciated Medvedeva, of course, and that Sozotska is the one that took over Radilanov last year. I know I'm saying it wrong, but you guys, I'm the Don Cherry of figure skating. I see everyone's name wrong. But yeah, so Skotska took over Radilanov. Holy, I don't see these right. But I'm so proud of her because she
I
needed
was
that.
wrong, by the way.
I know, I'm always right. I know listen, if there's one thing you have to give me, I know the people who I really watch, and I will always know that.
Okay, in the 2015-2016 season, she won a medal in every event she was in except the World Championships.
I know. But okay, so anyways, about her problem was her jumping all last year. And it kind of started that a little bit this year. But finally, she put it together as good as she can. You know, she could do a little better, tweaks here and there, but honestly, she did pretty good. So, I mean, listen, like, I think she had around 206. Was that what she had?
206.8.
Well, I am amazing, ain't I? So, she had around 206, and I did not rehearse this. She had around 206, and I'm really proud of that because I think she can get a little better. But it's going to be tough for her, obviously, to finish in top 3 this year just because there's so many good people out there, and the Russians are so good. And I hope she makes the Russian Olympic team, but I mean, she'll just have to earn it. Plain and simple.
It's a battle.
You gotta earn it. And there's no gimmies, especially in the Russian ladies. So, 4th. Where was Miyahara? Was she not there? Oh, there she is. So what did she get?
198.32.
Ooh, that's really bad for her. That's not.
Oh, wait, no, 206.07.
That's what I thought. Oh, because that was really close with.
Marin Honda was 198.32.
Okay.
That was the 5th. But Miyahara was 7th in her short
Yeah, she had a really great skate in her free, hey?
Yeah, so she was 3rd in the free.
She's another good one. Like, just, you guys, like, the Olympics are going to be crazy of how many good women there are. Like, that's going to be exciting for once. There's seriously going to be, like, at least 8 women just right around each other that it's going to be an absolute gong show for the top 2.
And she's actually really competitive this year.
Sorry, for 2 out of the 3 spots, because we all know there's only a few that are going to contend for first.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying at the Olympics that for the ladies, there'll be at least 8 great skaters, but there'll maybe about 3 that could finish first. There'll be between Medvedeva, Osman, probably Zangatova, because she can get around those marks.
Costner.
Who?
Costner.
Yeah, no, Costner, I don't think she can hit.
She's already scored higher than Caitlin Osman this year.
Oh, okay, well then, my bad. But I don't think she can touch a Medvedeva. I just don't see it. And I don't see Costner getting those marks later on. She's not as fast as an Osman. I just can't see it. But who knows? I'm just speaking.
She's far and away beyond better than last year, I'll tell you that.
She is. Like, honestly, she's tremendous.
You can tell she had a year under her belt already and came back, and that was the right thing to do, was come back last year. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess it was because her suspension was up.
But regardless, whatever. It's going to be an amazing, amazing Olympic year, especially for all those ladies that are challenging in the top 3 positions there. And it'll be amazing for the Olympics, like for everyone's nations, because the Russians are going to be great, Canada's going to be great, America's going to be pretty exciting. Just because who's going to come out of there? How many spots do they have? 2 or 1?
Yeah, the American team isn't going to be that strong this year.
But just to see who comes out of the women's, like, it's kind of funny. Like, who's going to win? Like,
wide open.
That's what I mean. There's no gimmies.
The American ladies are completely wide open. There's probably 4 or 5 skaters that could potentially.
So, anyways, pairs.
Be on there. So pairs.
Didn't even watch one.
World record, I believe, Sui and Han.
Thank you. That was me. I was in there. That was my choreography.
They're just, honestly, they're so good.
They're amazing. What did they do? What did they get?
231.07.
Wow. Okay, that really is good.
That's a massive. And Duhamel and Radford at their last competition, they had the highest of the season at that competition so far.
What was it, 219 or something?
222.22. So wow, Sui and Han killed
way higher than I thought.
And they're so fluid. Their elements are just so precise. Their lyrical abilities on the ice are just.
So they're the team to
I
beat.
literally don't have anything bad to say about them.
Okay, who got second?
The other Chinese pair team, Yuan Zhang, they finished with 205.54. So I actually didn't expect them to finish second, but they did.
Did you like their performance? What did you like? What didn't you like?
Well, you could tell they were no Sweet Han. That's for sure. Because I think they went back to back, I believe, the two Chinese teams, and you could really see the comparison of the type of skating that they had. So Sweet, I mean,
Any insight stuff just to put you on
it was
spot?
26
or?
points more. So I mean, you could see it being 26 points more. But they did skate well. They ended up with a silver medal, so that bodes really well for them if they have another Grand Prix assignment. If they get another medal, they could get to the Grand Prix final.
Okay, third.
And then Canadian team of More Towers and Marinero.
Oh, I remember you told me that.
Finished third. That's really big for them. That's huge for their confidence, getting a Grand Prix medal. I actually, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that may be their first Grand Prix medal.
Wrong!
Together?
Just kidding.
Maybe. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. Their score wasn't the highest. They had one. Well, I mean, it was a good one for them. 194.52. They were fourth in the short, third in the long.
It's respectable, at least. It's respectable.
So it at least puts them in the mix for top 10 for sure in the Olympics.
He knows I hate that word.
He hates me bringing up top 10.
I'm like, honey, give me some top 3.
And
I
then
like that.
the Italian team of Della Monica and Guarise were fourth with 190.25. They had a little bit of a rougher free skate than their short programs. They were actually third after the short, and they fell behind More Towers and Marinero. I noticed the speed with the Italians. They're lacking a little bit there. I want to see a little bit more speed to their programs and a little more oomph in their things. Same with some of the I think it was the last Chinese pair team, the one that didn't vote so well. Their lifts, they just really struggled with them. They struggled to get them up. It looked like a few times that he was going to drop her, and I was actually scared watching them kind of.
Who got 4th?
The Italians.
Oh, okay. Oh, who was 3rd? I wasn't listening, I guess.
The Canadians.
Oh, yeah, right. Never mind, it was. What about Americans? Were any Americans there for Paris? That's how much it was.
Yeah, Ashley Kane and Timothy Liddy.
And they didn't do well, did they?
I think they got 6.
Okay, so to me, that's not very well.
And they got-
Well, just because I'm saying because that's not a very strong field.
I don't even know, to be honest.
That's okay. We don't need to know that right now.
You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't
Ice
know if
dance.
it's 6 or not. I know the Italians were back to back in the standings. They were fourth. and
Wow,
fifth.
we need to talk about ice dance. We're a little hurt right now
Okay,
in Canada.
so the ice dance field wasn't too bad either, but obviously the French Pop Duckus and Cizeron were there.
World record?
Chalk and Bates were there. Boborovo and Sloviev were there. That was their finishing 1, 2, 3. So my beef with that is Papadakis and Cizeron getting a world record. Now, their score was really close to Virtue and Moyers, but it beat it by just a little bit. They ended up breaking 200 though. 200.43 points was a world record for the overall score. They didn't set a world record in the short, but they did get the long. So I think it was about 1.5 points over Dustin Scott.
But isn't that a world record for the total?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the total 200 was a world record.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you didn't just say that, but
I said it wasn't a world record in the short, but the overall total was.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So when I'm comparing, I'm comparing Virtue and Mori versus Papadakis and Cizeron.
Now remember, no Canadian favoritism here.
I'm trying not to be favoritized or not. I mean, I'm leaning toward my Canadian side, but that's not because I'm Canadian. It's because I
like how you're, yeah, and that's great. Your hands right there. Can you do something about it and like maybe massage me? You think? No.
So Papadakis and Cizeron have a very fluent, elegant style on the ice. I actually find their short program slightly awkward for them because I think they're out of their element doing such an upbeat tempo because we are not used to seeing them do an upbeat tempo. I do like it better than earlier in the year. I think they've improved.
But remember,
I still find it a little bit. I don't know. It's just something that I don't.
Our last video we made about them, though, we were very intrigued with them. So watch what you say.
What do you mean?
We thought they were amazing. We were like, wow, they're gonna give Tessa Scott a
Yes.
big challenge,
I know.
and they just have. They have now
I
stamped
agree.
and said, "Listen, Tessa Scott, you better ante up because we just beat you by
For
a
sure.
point."
So
Maybe
the short dance wasn't necessarily my issue because I think that was pretty fairly judged, but the the free dance, I find when I'm comparing Tessa Scott's and Papadakis and Cicerone's is Tessa and Scott are they hit those crescendo elements, their lifts and their twizzles and their movements to their program are just they're so quick and snappy and attitude and very like in your face, and they pull you in, and
So you're trying to say the French don't pull you in?
there's a sharpness to them that I don't think the French have.
I know what you're saying, but I'm gonna go
Do you-
watch it after this because I haven't seen it, so I want to watch it and then I'll see. But I mean, they've always been very good.
Like, I
and-
don't know if that's like my bias. Like, I like that type of skating better.
Okay, but I'm just gonna let you know this right now, and I'm gonna let everyone know this. Don't worry too much what's happening in Grand Prix because none of these people are versing each other right now. Once they get in the
Right.
same circuit,
That's what I was thinking.
now the
too.
judges will see them both side by side verse each other right live and in color right in front of them, not from judging from.
It was a
past
different
moment.
panel of judges.
So
obviously.
trust me, it's going to be different when they're all
And the
together.
panel of judges at Skate
In every
Canada,
field.
Well, the panel of judges at Skate Canada were very notoriously talked about for their very
Harsh.
strict harshness on the judging throughout the whole competition, not
Yeah.
just ladies or
They were.
men.
We talked about that with some higher up people. So, I mean, we're high class people here. So, I mean, look at him. He looks under.
Look, I'm drinking ginger ale in a coffee cup.
Oh my God, that's actually a Stanley Cup. If you think about it, you're kind of the champion. It even says it.
It does.
Show them you're a champion. See? So anyway, no bias here. So hey, let them have that mark. We'll see what happens in. It's actually better for Tess and Scott as well to be pushed every time they're winning and winning by lots.
I
That's not
agree.
very good.
I was
You
honestly
want them to
surprised,
push-
but I was surprised that they had gotten such a high
And that's
score.
okay. Let it push the envelope. That's only better competition. So okay, who got second? Well,
Chalk and Bates got second. The Americans and
What they
Bokova and Sloviev got third. So Chalk and Bates were far behind that one, 184.5.
oh my gosh.
So I like, guys, are they like kind of falling off the ice dance map? Like, I thought they would be scoring higher than that. Like, don't you? They were close. Were they not the ones that were close to winning Worlds before Tess and Scott were back? When they were...
Well, they had a great year last year, but that tragic Worlds and along, poor them, it costed them. But they had a great year last year. It's just there's so many good ones right now. There's a few good ones. There's two in Canada that are definitely in the tops. There's the French. There's the
there's three Americans that are good.
oh yeah, that's true. There's
Miles
two.
Hubble and Zachary Donahue.
Yeah.
Chalk and Bates and the Shibutanis.
Oh, wait, whoa, roll it back, shift it, stop. Oh. Now I know what you're talking about. I was thinking of the other one. I was thinking of Donahue or whatever.
Oh, no.
Oh, like the girl with the long black hair? Is Chuck and Bates?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go watch. I didn't get to see them. Okay, now I gotta go watch this stuff. Okay, bye. No, I gotta go watch it. Oh, I forgot about them. They didn't do good. They actually didn't do well last year near
It's
the end.
not
though.
even that
they were rolling away.
They didn't do good. They're not getting the scores that I thought they'd be getting.
Okay, I want to go see them now. Oh my God. Do they have an exciting one? Like, is it like
I don't
upbeat?
remember. Guys, it's been like 2 days since I've watched it. We didn't.
Okay,
even
that's
recap
bad.
this
Yeah,
until
he's
like
got
2
bad
days.
memory.
I don't, know.
I have
I
good
don't
memory.
even know what I like drank in this cup, and I just told you so. No, I'm just kidding. I know it was ginger ale. But, like, my memory's shot.
Oh, don't tell them that. It's a big tip-top secret. Okay, so anyways, who got third?
Bobrova and Salobe.
Okay, so that's the Russians, right?
The Russian.
Well, Russian got third.
This team isn't in this competition, but do you guys see what's their names? They're from Russia. Bukin, Stepanov and Bukin.
Boogeyman?
Bukin.
Oh.
Their Twizzles are unreal. Like, honest to God, I think they're the best Twizzles like in the world.
I'm so mad.
I'm just
sorry,
saying
I'm
that.
choking. I'm so mad I didn't watch
when I-
this now. Now I gotta go see two of them. Now I
you're
gotta go
gonna
watch,
watch
them.
it.
I know, now I gotta go see these two. Well, sorry, I had things to do. And so I was hoping you would cover this part because I'll cover the other parts.
That's it. I don't have anything.
So all in all,
Papadakis and Cicerone did get 13 10.0s in their PCS scores.
Wow.
That was very similar to
Tess and Scott.
Tess and Scott. I don't remember what they got, but it was.
I think it was 11
maybe
10s. I think it was like 11 10s or something.
And all of their GOEs were +2 and +3, so that definitely helped them too.
Yes. Well, listen, at the end of the day, it's good for competition that, you know what, certain individuals and certain teams here are, you know, escalating things for others to worry about. Like, let's be honest, Zanitova is really going to show Medvedeva that she's going to have to be on her game all year again. We're going to see the French give Tess and Scott a run for their money. In the pairs, the Canadians and Chinese, who is that again? Sweden Han, I mean, they're showing, listen, Canada, you guys better get going to Hamel and Bradford. I mean, that might be tough to get those kinds of scores, but who knows? This is all good for competition, is at the end of the day, is what I'm saying. Certain individuals and teams are making it tougher for others, and that's only good for figure skating. Who wants to watch some teams and individuals, you know, just annihilate the competition? That's boring. We want to see
You
competition.
know what's good
so it's
about
great.
annihilating? Okay, so the men, you guys, like, the men's Olympics are going to be, in my opinion, like the most wide open one in the whole event.
Yes, because of the
Because
cost, but-
there's nobody that's been laying it. Okay, if they all lay it down like they have in past World
that'd be
Championships,
crazy.
we can tell you the order of where people are going to finish. But
maybe not.
this
It would be that
season,
crazy.
Like, this season has been nothing like that for any of the men, including Hanyu. Well, no, for real though. You know, like, his scores like are so far off what he is capable of.
He did
And,
hit
like,
a world record this year
like,
already.
guys-
Calm down. What do you mean? He already beat one of his scores.
I know that, but I'm just saying, if he's not consistent and he
He's only
messes
had
up
one,
like
no.
he has before, and same with Fernandez, it's like you're gonna find like Koliatek could.
Crazy. They just
Or-
off-board wins. I'm sorry, but can you
Like-
imagine if Patrick Chan won the gold? Wow, I'd be so mad, you guys. I'd be so mad. Just kidding. I'm not even worried because he kind of his triple axles. Never mind quads. Oops. So thanks everyone for watching. Because seriously, like, wow, I didn't want to go over 30 minutes, but what are we at?
35. That's actually pretty good.
Oh, that's not good because now half of it's going to be cut off. But don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
No, just upload it. It's fine.
Ah, that's okay.
Like it, subscribe to it, share with your friends. We want to hit more subscribers. We can only do so many things when we only have so many subscribers. So I know we're still kind of new. So like and subscribe, and we will see you after NHK.
Oh, is that next?
Yes.
Sweet.